We are at 7 o'clock, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. My name is Chanti. I am the designer for Completely Crafty by Chanti. That shiny head that you just saw belonged to my husband, Trent. He's joining me tonight.
Hi, y'all.
If you're out there, come on in and say hello. Hopefully everyone is staying safe. We've had some pretty bad weather. We're up north, but we are still getting a lot of rain, and so we're praying for those down south that are dealing with no power right now. So I thought I would come on, and because it's football season now, I'm all excited about that. So I'm going to be making a Deco mesh wreath using this nice sign, and it says it's fall, play ball. So we're all excited about football. My husband is excited for the weather because he's ready for it to be cool. So I'm going to put this aside. We picked out, we meaning me, I have this faux skin football ribbon, and then this checkered brown ribbon, and then we have this plain beige one. Now, full disclosure, I normally don't ever use just 1.5 inch mesh, but because supplies are so short, I do have 2.5 of the solid brown, but I know I will be using it for my everyday wreaths that I need to make, and also a couple of my Christmas wreaths. So I decided to save it and decided to just chance and see what it looks like if I do all with 1.5 inch. So these are the ribbons that I'll be using. We have this nice snow drift mesh. It has like the white, this is a poly mesh. It's weatherproof, and it has, you can see the little white little cotton in between. So we'll be using that. And I'm using a Dollar Tree ring, and this is 14 inches. And what I'm going to do, I've cut these at 10 inches, and I've not cut them all because sometimes I will cut all the material that I need, and other times I will do partial, just so that you can see exactly what I'm doing and everything isn't done ahead of time. So I will show you what I'm going to do with these. But before then, I've already made my bow as well, so I'm going to put that to the side. I did get feedback last week that you couldn't see what I was doing because of everything that was in my basket. So I want to make sure that I am leaving room so everyone can see. So I'm using pipe cleaner, and the Dollar Tree ring has 6 sections. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 3 of the pipe cleaners in each of the sections. I'm going to have 2 on the bottom rings and 1 on the top. So I'm going to go ahead and get that done. I see some new names on the watch list. I'm Chanti with Completely Crafty by Chanti. I am originally from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, but me and my husband now live in Charlestown, West Virginia. And he is joining me tonight. Hey, Nina. As you come on, let me know where you're watching from. So you can see that here. I have the 2 at the bottom and 1 at the top. Hey, Donna. Oh, Jersey's in a tornado warning.
Oh, no.
You guys be safe and hunker down. Make sure if you have anything outside, put it in the house. I'm hearing some of the people in Louisiana, for the most part, right now they don't have any power, and there's no time frame. Hi, Miss Rachel. Thank you for watching. Donna said hello.
Hi, Donna.
Nina, I knew what you meant. Hello. Thank you so much for sharing the love. Almost finished here. Yes, watch those wreaths. Make sure that they're okay. You can either use a pre-made one, or if you don't have, because again, supplies are really hard to come by. I'm using this Dollar Tree work form to do this particular wreath. And I am almost done. So far, we've just had a lot of flooding.
A lot of rain.
A lot of rain, a lot of flooding.
Could be snow, though.
Thank goodness it is not snow. All right, so I have finished my work form. And what I've done, I've cut the mesh at 10 inches. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 2 curls in each of the pipe cleaners. I'm not making the curl too tight. Just so you see a little circle there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to crisscross them. And then I'm going to place it inside the pipe cleaner. And this mesh is fairly soft, so it's nice on the fingernails. Pre-cut some, but I wanted to show you guys what I was doing, so I didn't pre-cut everything. We have Burlington, New Jersey in the house. My hubby's from Connecticut, technically. This technique is fairly easy to do, and it produces a really full wreath, which is why I like to use it a lot. Are you supervisor? What are you doing over there?
I'm just watching.
One of my husband coaches varsity high school basketball. He's the head coach at the local school here, and one of his, welcome, Benita. We're in West Virginia too. He is a head coach, and one of his former players plays for a school in North Carolina, so we just got his schedule, so we're trying to figure out when we can go down there so we can see him play. He's a really good kid. He's a sophomore there now, right?
Yeah.
Benita, thanks so much for joining us. if you guys were watching last week, you would have heard all of my excitement because we have football games coming up. My son went to WVU, West Virginia University, and they will be playing University of Maryland Saturday. So that is our very first game of the season. So we're excited. And then the following weekend, we'll be headed to Pennsylvania to watch a former player of my husband play football for his school. Is it Dickerson or
Dickinson.
Dickinson. And then the following week, we're headed to Morgantown. And praying, the last time we went, it was cold, so cold, and it snowed. So we're praying we have better weather. Yes, and Nina's from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We're looking at the temperatures, and it looks like the temperatures are starting to get into the 70s, which, you know, we can handle that. That's pretty nice. And you see how, look, it's already, with the curls, it makes it, you know, a really full wreath. And what I also like about this method is that I use all of the mesh. Because what happens is I have so many rolls of unused mesh that I have to sometimes try to figure out how I can incorporate those extra pieces. Because, you know, as a new creator, you know, it's expensive to try to buy supplies. And so I don't want to be wasteful. So I try to use everything I have. All right, so I have 2 more pipe cleaners that I need to put the mesh in. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that. And again, I cut them at each curl at 10 inches. And that was just for the bottom row. I have 2 signs that talks about football. I'm making this one a little bit more masculine, but the next one I do probably this weekend, I'm going to do for the ladies. Now, it's not going to be all girly, but I mean, it'll probably have the same neutral tone, but I'll add some florals in there. That's right, Nina. Waste not, want not. I want to be a good steward of my resources, so I'm doing my best to make sure that I use what I have. And then my husband can't talk about me either, though. So.
Anyway.
All right, so we are finished the bottom section of this ring. So the inward loops, so there's 6 rings. Donna just comes with practice. Practice, practice, practice. So I did the 2 curls at 10 inches, but I'm going to do the inward. I'm going to cut those at 20 inches a piece. So I need 6 of those. And sometimes, like, you know, I may, when I'm creating by myself, I may or may not, you know, do all the bases and then come back and do all the ribbon and then do the attachment. So sometimes I do a project from beginning to end, but it just depends on how much I'm doing and how many similar things I'm doing. So I may do all the bases at one time. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this should be the last one. All right. The last one. So I have to carefully take the tape off. Sometimes it's tape, sometimes it's staples. I prefer the tape. All right. So what I'm going to do for the top, the inward side, I'm just going to curl the ends inward to myself. And then I'm just going to do like a messy curl. crunch rather. And then I'm just going to put it inside here. I'm trying to make it as full as possible so that you're not seeing the work form. So again, I'm just curling it in. And you can also do it on the table, but it's just as easy to use your person to help. So I'm just crunching that in. Because of, this is like, it's not really a fabric, but it's a poly. There are a lot of particles that are flying up. If I start sneezing, I apologize ahead of time. I've used this mesh quite a bit. I like the way it feels. I like the way it fills out the work form, whether I'm using a pre-made one or the ones I make myself. I like this mesh. All right, I think I should just have 2 more left. Because this is a more masculine one, I'm just going to keep it simple. I'm just going to do the mesh, some ribbon. I have the sign, and then we'll do a simple bow, which I've already pre-made. No one's mentioned the lighting. How was the lighting? Is it better? I tried to rearrange some things so that the overhead light didn't leave a glare. All right, so here is our base, nice and full. And so what I'm going to do is I've already folded these, and I cut these using my Perfect Tails, which I love. I cut them at 13 inches. Oh, thank you. So like I said in the beginning, I normally never use 2 1.5-inch ribbons, but I'm going to see how it looks, and if I have to change it, I will. But I was trying to save my 2.5 for some other projects. So I have first the brown check, and then I will add the football theme one. And because the pipe cleaners aren't as, I won't say pretty, not as decorative as the pre-made tinsels, I'm going to cut some of it off and then tuck the excess under. And then I'm just going to fold the tails over. So now I have the football skin. What do you call this? Did I say it right? This for the skin?
The laces.
The laces. All right. I knew it was a technical term. And I'm glad you knew. Miss Rachel, you say your power's back on, right? She's in Mississippi and she lost some power the other day.
So can you give us a teaser what that looks like?
Sure. here we go.
Okay.
Just alternating the patterns. And you don't necessarily have to do that. You could just pick 2 different ribbons and use that. You don't have to use 3 different ones. I'm hoping I have a very big event in October in Thurmont, Maryland, the Color Fest. So I'm hoping to get as many fall and Halloween. I don't have too many Halloween, but I need to get some more so that I can make supplies to make the Halloween. To get ready for that event, because it's a 3-day or 2-day? Thank you.
Sure. That was 2. It's Friday,
Saturday and Sunday. I had bought the task light because it was so much brighter to help me when I was working, but I realized when I do the lives, the lighting didn't come off the same. So I went back to my regular bulbs and I put the task light behind me. So far, this is the first live with the new lighting setup, so I'm glad it's brighter. The 1.5 inches isn't bad. 2.5 gives it a more fuller look, but I think it'll do. Our dog didn't come down and visit us tonight. He's probably exhausted from hearing all of the rain all day. And again, I am just cutting off the excess of the pipe cleaner just so that I can tuck it under and it gives her a cleaner look. Prayerfully, the craft show in October is a success, and then I can buy Amiibo so that I can give an over the table view so that you can see exactly what I'm doing while I'm doing it. Mistakes and all. But lucky for us, these mistakes can be fixed. We can figure out a solution to make it look better. It seems like it's a lot more than I have a long way to go. Thank you. I appreciate the confidence. I'm excited because I've gone to the event as a spectator, and there's so many vendors and so much food and so many things for the kids to do. And I am hoping because people didn't get a chance to get out last year that, you know, more people will come and be looking to want to decorate their home for the holidays. And I hope that there is something I have that would suit their needs. Oh, thank you, Tiffany, and thank you for watching. Where are you watching from? Utah. Oh, that's on my bucket list. When I turned 50, that was only 2 years ago. Well, 1.5 years ago, because I put all the states in a baggie, and our goal is to go to one every other year. Because we've been to a lot, but we haven't really been to the Midwest. Oh, come in the fall. Okay. My husband likes snow, me not so much. Donna, yes, I appreciate your support. We were in, where did we go? Missouri? No.
Montana.
Montana. We went to Montana because one of the Transformer players was graduating, and it was senior night for basketball, and so we went to Montana.
Missoula,
Montana, and I guess the week before it had snowed, but when we got there, it looked like it had just snowed yesterday. The snow was piled high, but it was, I think, like 70 degrees.
no, not quite.
80?
No, it was probably like, it was in the, like.
But it wasn't cold. We just
No, it was like in the 50s.
But it didn't seem that cold because we only had on light jackets.
It's about in the 50s.
Oh, I bet. She says the leaves changing in the mountain is amazing, and we have some beautiful canyons. Yes, I would love that. It is definitely on my bucket list. All right, we are almost... Donna, is that when you drove trucks? We're almost finished the bottom. Oh, okay. Very good. We have nice views too when the leaves are changing, because we are so close where we are in West Virginia that when we're crossing over the Shenandoah and then the Potomac River, the trees that outline those rivers are so pretty in the fall. And then right between the bridges between Virginia and West Virginia, there are cascade of trees that when it snows, we're like in a little winter wonderland. It's so pretty. I'm going to, the bottom row, I usually always make a little V and alternate the tails. But on the top, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make an X and just curl the bottom. I'm hoping I can catch up on some crafting with this long weekend. I have Sunday and Monday. Hopefully I'll get to complete a couple things and edit some videos. It's, you know, it's so much to do. I have to make a list so I can prioritize what I need to get done, and to make sure that what I need to get done I don't miss. I'm a list person, so it helps me stay on track. All right. A few more. Tiffany says she makes lists and then she loses them. I'm notorious for using scrap paper or sticky notes, but I do have a nice organizer that I just, normally it's inside there, and I just have to remember to bring my organizer downstairs when I'm working. Oh no, she said her 7-year-old steals them and draws on them. Tell them unless they're actually going to do the things on the list, they can't take it. I'm so appreciative of all my first-time watchers. We have such a great crafting community, and so I really appreciate you hanging out so that I'm not talking to myself. Exactly. Exactly. Maybe one day he, you know, well, he's probably of age that, you know, he knows what he likes, so he can at least help you pick out some ribbon combinations. Okay, we are done that layer. So we're just doing a simple masculine wreath for fall for the guys, but I haven't forgotten my ladies because I'm a sports fan too. So here's our sign. It's fall, play ball. So what I did, I stapled the hook that it came on, because I always keep it on there just in case the person who buys a wreath, thank you, decides that they want to use the sign somewhere else. So I just stapled that the hook there. But then one of my fellow crafters showed me this other technique as far as putting my pipe cleaner on. She dabs some glue, and then she lays, hello Dawn, lays the pipe cleaner inside, lets it dry, you staple that, and then you put glue on top, and then you don't have to worry about the little things that we would put on the back to will show behind the wreath, and so much easier. So I love it. And then it ensures that it doesn't go through your board in case it's a little thinner. Dawn, thanks for watching. I think I'm going to put the sign off to the side. Let's see, I made my bow already. Yes. Now I'm just securing it to the back. And I'm just going in between the mesh and the ribbon to a spot where you won't be able to see the pipe cleaner. All right, so here we have the sign. Is it straight? Okay, yes. All right, and then I pre-made my bow just so that you, again, I try not to keep you on too long because I know everyone has things to do, so I pre-made my bow. So I'm just going to go ahead and thank you for sprinkling. Go ahead and I have to just tell you, Miss Rachel is, you know, has been such a great supporter. She helped me to get my 100 subscribers on YouTube, and now she is sharing my page with the Wreath community, and I really appreciate that. Thank you. All right, so I'm going to go ahead, and I think I'm going to put it just to the top of it. Again, I can't say enough about our Wreath community. We look out for one another. We support one another. And we support the community. One of the other groups I am, they raise money to help those that were affected by Hurricane Ida. So they raised some funds to provide meals for the first responders. They're always, you know, looking out for the community and giving back, and so I really like that. Okay, I'm going to cut the tails now. I might make them, I'll probably keep the length. I won't take too much off. Oops. Although, because it is for a guy, I just may shorten it a little bit. But what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to give it a little curl. Oops, I missed two. So it won't seem as long. So I'm just giving it a little curl. But I feel like this one is too long. Going to fluff up my bow a little bit, and then we are done, folks. Shake out my my excess tails, scraps. What do you guys think? Simple, quick. Would you put this on your man cave door?
I would.
All right. So this is perfect for your gentlemen, your sports fans in your life. Nice and quick and easy. I'll just do a quick recap. We used a 14-inch Dollar Tree frame, and I put 18 pipe cleaners on. I cut my mesh. I did the bottom layer at 10-inch curls in each of the pipe cleaners, and then on the top layer I did a 20-inch messy curl. And then I cut my ribbon at 13 inches. And I picked up my sign and I did my little bow. Thank you, thank you, thank you for hanging out with me tonight. It was fun. And I'm so happy to talk to so many newcomers. I really appreciate you stopping in and hanging out with us for a few minutes. And I pray everyone stays safe with these next couple of days as we get through the effects of Hurricane Ida. Continue to keep us posted if there's anything that you need from us. We will gladly do what we can. Be safe. Thank you. And God bless everybody.